to let go. Let go, let God. This is an incredible phrase. I love hearing it. I know we all want to do it, but the actual act of letting go is not always easy. And sometimes I feel like we say it like, I just need to let go, or just let go, as if it's this simple, one time direct thing. And sometimes it can be. Sometimes we really do have the capacity, depending on a situation, to just let it go. But more times than not, it's really hard. It can be a relationship, it can be a job, it can be a career, it can be a pattern, it can be a way of being, a way of thinking. But change is hard. We as humans don't like to change. It's just, it doesn't feel safe for us. We like the known, we like the certain, and letting go sends us into the unknown. It sends us into the terrain of the uncertain. And so we hold on, we grip, we have a rigor mortis grip on it. And even if we know that whatever we're holding on to needs to go, we know that if we let this thing go, that of course, most likely things would be better. But it's scary because we like comfort. We like to feel safe, and the unknown is the unknown. It doesn't feel safe for us. So really our practice is finding the capacity in our nervous system to feel safe in letting go, in the unknown. And as someone once told me, let go or be dragged, because the truth is that change is the only constant thing. The most safe thing, the most guaranteed thing that we have in this life is to, one, pay taxes, unless you want to go to jail, and two is death. Those are the things that we are all promised, and change is in there as well. So taxes, death, and change. Those are the things that we can guarantee all of us have to deal with, and we cannot get out of. We cannot get out of taxes, we cannot get out of death, and we cannot avoid change. So let go or be dragged, and this EFT session, these rounds are going to just be on creating more safety in our nervous system, creating more safety in our body, in our mindset around being able to let go with a little bit more ease, a little bit more compassion, so that we can get to the other side, because the other side is usually where our evolution is. It's usually where that better thing is, where the more evolved aspect of us or our life is located. So with all of that said, let's get into a little bit of tapping. If you're new to tapping, you can check out some of my earlier videos. I go through what it is, why it's beneficial, a little bit of the history of it, and why you should do it. So you don't have to watch that. I'm going to take us through the rounds here. And if what I'm saying does not resonate for you, please use your own words. Tapping is always done best when it's your intuition, your experience, your words. So feel free to mix and match, change whatever I'm saying. And other than that, just tune into your body, tune into what's happening, stay present in your body, stay present to your experience. And with that, we'll go ahead and get started. So go ahead and close your eyes if that's available to you. And when I say the phrase, let go or letting go, if there's a situation or a scenario that you have in your life right now where letting go feels like a struggle, or letting go feels like something that you know you need to do, you know it would be good for you, but you're really just having a hard time doing it. And again, that can be a career, a relationship, it can just be a pattern, a habit, a way of being, a behavior. It doesn't have to be anything really big, but just allow the first thing to come to mind. Let that be it. Please do not choose the hardest thing that you're dealing with, because that can be a lot. Unless you feel like you have the time to really hold yourself and go through that. So go ahead and bring that to mind. Notice what's happening into your body. Notice if you have any sensation. And go ahead and give that a number from 0 to 10. 0 being I don't feel anything at all. 10 being like this is very intense. And when you have that number, you can go ahead and start tapping on the side of your hand. And go ahead and repeat after me. Even though I am having a really hard time letting go, I acknowledge my experience and all of the emotions that I might be dealing with right now. And I'm open and willing to love myself exactly as I am. And continue tapping on the side of the hand, even though I'm really struggling to let go. And I feel like I'm holding on for dear life to fill in the blank of whatever you're holding on to. I acknowledge my experience. I acknowledge my emotions. And I'm open and willing to release a little bit of this grip today. And last time on the side of the hand, even though I'm having a really hard time letting go, and I know that I need to, I want to, but I just keep holding on. I acknowledge the pain, the challenge, and the stress that I might be experiencing. And I'm open to showing myself compassion and love and patience, and trusting that I will let go when I'm ready. And I'm open to loving myself exactly as I am. And go ahead and tap on the eyebrow point and repeating after me out loud or in your mind. I really want to let go. I need to let go. But it feels so hard. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know what's on the other side of letting go. It doesn't feel safe to let go. And so I hold on. Even if I know that letting go would give me more space, more, and then fill in the blank of what letting go would give to you and to your life. So I know that letting go is what I want and what I need. But sometimes I just don't know how to do it. Sometimes it feels safer to cling to what I know, even if it's not that healthy, even if I know I've outgrown it, or it's self-sabotaging, or it just doesn't fit my life anymore. But I know it. And that gives me a sense of comfort. But how safe is it really to hold on to this? Am I able to grow? Am I able to flourish? Am I able to be my most authentic, bright self? Or is holding on keeping me stuck? And I just notice what's happening in my body as I think about holding on, what it's bringing up in my body, any sensations. And I also notice what happens to my body when I think about letting this thing go. And I give myself compassion because I know that I'm holding on for a reason. It's not for nothing. I can have compassion for myself because holding on feels safe. With so much uncertainty in my life, this feels like something that I know. So why would I want to let this go? And just tap here on the chin and go ahead and say out loud some of the reasons why you might be holding on. Is it because you feel safe? Is it because you want to stay small? It feels safer to stay small. Is it because you know you'll have to change something about your life? Just go ahead and say it out loud, get it out of your system, get it off your mind, get off your heart. And then moving to the chest, tapping here and repeating after me. I acknowledge all the reasons why I might want to hold on. And maybe I'm not ready to let go yet. And that's okay too. Because the more that I resist, the more resistance that I create. And the harder it will be for me to let go when it's time. So I take a deep breath in here, and I acknowledge myself exactly where I'm at. I don't resist my resistance. And I offer myself a lot of compassion. Because I know the more compassion that I can show myself and the experience that I'm having, that letting go will actually become easier. So I trust myself. I trust my timing. And I don't have to make it harder or longer than it needs to be. And so I give myself permission to let go. As I tap, I let my nervous system know that it's safe to let go of whatever this thing is when it's ready to go. It's safe to change. Because the alternative is, if I continue to resist, I can let go or be dragged. And I don't really want to be dragged. It would probably be easier for me to let go. And so I acknowledge any emotions, any grief, any sadness, any fear that shows up when I think about letting this thing go, whatever it is. And you can go ahead and say whatever it is out loud. But I also tune into the emotion of excitement. And just start to think, tap here on your chin, and just start to think, what's possible for me if I let this go? What would happen? What would my life be like? What would I be like if I let this thing go? If I just focus on what the positives are just for a minute, not to bypass anything else, but what's exciting? What could be joyful about letting go? What could be on the other side? Because when our brain knows that there's something on the other side, that there's something exciting on the other side, something that is going to be better and bigger than this, even if we don't believe it, but we can just imagine it just for a second, we will give ourselves more permission to go there. Tapping underneath the arm and just saying, I let myself have some excitement about letting this thing go. And it doesn't mean that there won't be sadness or fear or pain. I might experience those as well. But I'm also giving myself permission to be excited. Multiple things can be true at once. I can be scared to let this thing go. But I can also be excited about what's to come. So I take a deep breath in here. I give myself space and permission. And I let myself know that whatever happens, I'm going to be okay. Moving to the top of the head. And I let go, and I trust the process, I trust the journey. And I know that whatever shows up will be even better than what I let go of. So you can go ahead and stop tapping and take a deep breath in here. And release. And just notice how your body feels. And tune into that number. If it was a 2, notice if it went down to a 0 or if it went up. Just taking note of what happened to the number. If it went up, that is totally fine. You can do this over again, or you can just continue tapping on your own. That just means that there's more stuff to clear, and that's not a problem. And if it went down, excellent. You can continue to tap until you get it to a 0, and giving yourself permission to let go. Giving yourself permission to feel whatever you feel, and also giving yourself permission to be excited about what's to come. We can hold both. So wishing you much good energy, much good luck, good energy on this journey, and keep tapping. It will make the difference.